Oh, there you are. How y'all doing? David Abraham here for David Abraham Awakened Life Coaching Channel. It's a new channel. It's a special kind of channel. It's a special kind of coaching. This channel is done all by revelation, by the Spirit of Source, and by the Spirit of Yeshua, and other benevolent entities and masters who I've been communicating with. And so I'm giving this video I don't rehearse anything. I don't edit anything. It's March 30th, I believe, 2024. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not concerned or worried about what's going on in the world, because it's nothing that you need to be worried about. Now, of course, if you're in a conflict of a serious nature, you got to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of in that situation. But for the bulk of the people who would find this video, you're not anywhere near any kind of chaos like that, because you're awakened and you know how to control your reality. Isn't that right? Well, anyway, as I make these videos, I do it to help coach those people who are looking for your higher self at a degree that you've not yet acquired yet. Now I'm no better than anybody else, and so it's important to understand that all of us are one with all there is, and all there is I am. If that's not part of your affirmations, then you need to step it up or get prepared for that, because it'll be shown to you when you're ready to say things like that and believe it. So anyway, but out here on my property, it's my family property, and I just love it. I just love it out here. It's great. And but as I invite the Spirit of Yeshua and also the Spirit of the collective. Now the collective, they've given me a lot of information about who I am, and then in the love that they have for me, and the events in my life, and all these kinds of things. And it's been wonderful. It's been incredible. So I got to remember that every time that we have an incident or an episode of any kind that went pretty well, our guides were involved with that. Okay, it's important to remember that you are constantly, you got companionship with you at all times. Anyway, as you have your daily walk, the first thing, let's talk about how to set up a day of an awakened individual in the Matrix. Okay, I'm aware of the Matrix, and I know how the Matrix works. I know it's based on, they want to get your emotions and your thought process and your belief structure all channeled in a little box like this. This is all you are right here. They don't want you to know that you are the universe, that you are God, that you are the that you are the fullness and the power of source energy dwelling within you, walking in a third dimensional body, flaws and all. Let me take that back. You are not flawed at all. You are designed exactly how you're supposed to be, perfect in all your creation of what you are. It doesn't matter if you're contemplating things all the time, and you're worried about things all the time, and you got to step that. You got to get rid of the worry. You can't be worrying about what's going to happen, because whatever you think about is reflected back to you. You understand? So an awakened individual, you understand that, and so you're not going to go out there and, oh my gosh, I hope nothing bad happens today, or I'm upset and I'm tired and this, that, and the other. Now, and you'll reflect that energy back. But the dark ones, or the dark energy, the dark energy of Source, because Source created all things, and so dark energy is part of that. But as you go out there and you promote light, you're gonna attract the enemy for a brief period. Now, all they can do is try to intimidate you, cause you to fear and doubt. That's it. Okay, Jesus taught it beautifully. He didn't worry. He walked amongst the enemy all the time. But he taught, "Know ye not that ye are gods." And I taught this. If you're in any religion, you're being deprived of your sovereignty. There's no religion out there that's set up by God, not one. All God has done is put His consciousness into each one of us. And as we recognize that and start addressing who we are in the proper language and the proper attitude and the proper I am structure, then you open this portal as you say, I am. It's like a bullhorn going off into the universe, and the universe is listening because Jesus taught that. I am hath sent me, that kind of thing. But that is a portal. You gotta understand that. As an awakened individual, you gotta understand energies, vibration, and frequency. That's what you are. Our physical construct of reality is an illusion that atoms are 99.9% empty space, and everything's made of atoms. So does that tell you something? Okay. Now, I'm not a scientist. I'm just an average guy who's been blessed, and I've had incredible experiences. I can't explain a lot of them. I've had visions. I've had travels. I've been visited by divine beings. I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm saying in all humility. I have a responsibility. I cannot back down. I can't change my course. I can change my course, but I mean, it'll hurt if I change it from where I am. But I'm protected, and I know that, and I'm not worried about what the dark ones will do. We're gonna shut down your internet, or we're gonna shut down your TV, or we're gonna monitor your phone and watch everything you do, and all blah 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 blah. Big whoop. Don't need any of it. Use it for convenience, of course. But I control that. I control every bit of it. If I don't want to be interfered with, I speak the words and send out whatever I want to stop the interference. And you can do the same thing. You have the power. They don't have the power if you give it, unless you give it to them. You know, I've got a crown in my mouth right here. Monitors everything. That dentist, he put it in there and knocked the tooth, you know, he cut a tooth back there and put a big piece of silver in there. That causes the signal to deflect. But at the time I wasn't fully aware. I suspected something was going on. Now, you got a cavity back here and this kind of thing. I didn't have no cavity back there because he didn't fix nothing. He didn't fix nothing. He went ahead and did what he did. But anyway, you got to watch these professionals. You know, all these businesses, they're all in league. You know, these dentists and doctors. You know, all of them have been contacted by the dark ones to be part of the network. And so don't get crowns in your mouth. And you know, if you're awakened, and unless you want to deal with that and learn how to, you know, deal with the energy and power it requires to overcome all that. So I don't worry about it anymore. It's been almost a year ago since they put a crown in my mouth, and I'm not too worried about that. It's not important. I still do what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm not worried about the first thing. But as you seek to know who you are, and you got to ask the questions, get behind the veil. If you have not yet seen behind the veil, you need to get behind the veil. How do you do that? Well, you have to be patient, for one thing. You have to ask the questions, and you have to allow yourself to endure a little bit. And one day when you're not, and then you got to let it go. And one day when you're not worrying about it, you're not thinking about it, boom, you'll have an out-of-body experience and you'll see behind the veil. Now, you may not leave your body per se physically, but your consciousness will leave, and you'll be able to see the truth of what reality is. You'll come up to a foggy mist, that is the veil, pass right through. There's no danger whatsoever. You have a sovereign divine right to see through the veil, to see the entirety of what the universe is, and see what you are, and you are the universe. That's the first thing I noticed about it when I passed through the veil, and when I had an out-of-body experience in my consciousness. First thing I recognized that, wow, I'm expanded to, I'm in the consciousness of Source. There's a green hue on everything, and you just feel, wow, I'm in everything, I'm everywhere, and it's just beautiful, and I can't put it into words, but it's an experience that I highly recommend because it'll get your perspective squared away. It'll get your perspective squared away. And as we get closer and closer to the time of, you know, this eclipse coming up, it's a marker, yes, and the dark ones are trying to make it look like, oh, the second coming on the great Armageddon's coming. You know, no. You control your reality. And if you understand anything about how reality truly works, you'll know that it's all stacked on top of one another. You can pick a path at any time, at any moment, And right now is the moment. Right now is another moment. Pick the path you want to be. And it changes your history. It changes everything. Okay? So as an awakened individual, focus on the love of the heart. Don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. Stay balanced. Smile and laugh off when you feel the negative energy. Just laugh it off, because it's them trying to distract you from who you are. You are a divine light being. You're magnificent. You're powerful. And nobody's more powerful, and I mean nobody is more powerful than you. Okay? You are the power. Stay clean, stay healthy, and love people. That is the power.